Hi, Mr. Bloxham here. I'm just going to show some year 9 some garnishes. The first thing we're going to do, we've done some carrot here. Now this is meant to be Julien. I've got some pupils to do this, and one of the young men found the largest one that I've got here. So with the calipers, we're going to measure it, and this is what they're going to be doing next week. So this is down to 0, as you can see. This is going to be about 1 or 2 millimeters, 1.8 millimeters, right? And then this one here is probably about 5 millimeters, I reckon, something like that. Okay, 5.2 millimeters. So we need to do it as fine as we can. Under 2 would be really good, and we're going to give you a mark out of 10. So that's the first one. The next thing we're going to do is cut the cucumber in half. Then we do it 5 times, and only 90% of the way through. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll do that once more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the 5th one we cut through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cut the 5th one through. Now the 2nd and 4th one, this is called a sort of a crab. The 2nd and 4th one we turn round. 1, that's the 2nd one. Oh, I have to do another one there because a bit fell off. And that's the 2nd one. And I'll do the 2 middle ones. So if that happens, I do the 2 middle ones. So let me try with this one here. You're going to try this next week as well. You two can try a bit of this in a minute as well. So make sure you cut it all the way through, because I didn't cut it quite all the way through there. So the 2nd and the 4th one gets turned in. So that's like a crab. Now the next thing we're going to do is 2 things here. We're going to do a tomato rose. So I'm going to cut the end off. This is nice, not very sharp, so I have to start it like so. Now I need to get this nice and thin. So I've got my thumb against it. So I'm doing it nice and thin. So I don't want to cut it too thin so there's no skin there, otherwise it will just break. But if it's too thick, you won't be able to roll it up. So I'm trying to do it nice and thin, all the way around nearly the whole tomato. Then I roll it up, and you're going to see it's going to be a tomato rose. Yeah, so we do it nice and tight as I can now. Roll it up as tight as I can. This will happen with a nice sharp knife. Maybe I should sharpen the knife, that might make it easy. And as you can see, if you can zoom into the rose, as you can see, it looks like a rose. I'll just show the class. As it looks like a little rose. Yeah, young man, you need to watch it. Like a rose. Yeah. The next thing we're going to do, last thing we're finishing on the video, I'm going to do a little water lily or a crown of tomatoes. So I'm going to put the knife in, then I'm going to do zigzag it all the way round, but make sure that you do it so it doesn't stick together all the way. If you had a smaller knife, I could do it maybe a little bit neater, because this knife's not the smallest small knife, but all the way around, nearly there. Then we pull it apart, and then we can stuff this with something, like with mayonnaise or something, or just use it as a tomato crown or water lily. So now these should pull apart. We pull these apart, and we get like a tomato crown. Okay, thank you. That's Mr. Bloxham at Bay House School. Okay.